Welcome to the special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
That's a great look at our location. And is doing it all, DA. Thanks. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Beasley.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. We've got Malik Beasley. He's out there with Russell. And it's Okogie in at the small forward position. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Andre Ayton out there with Johnson. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. Well, the development for DeAndre Ayton is going to be all about the pick and roll, both how he runs it and defends it.
I agree, Kevin. If he works with Devin Booker out there as an offensive threat and becomes a guy who can roll with good hands and finish, that's a key for their offense. And you look at his size defensively, he can be imposing.
And here's Booker from the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. The Suns beat them last time these two teams met in Phoenix.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one.
The offensive rebound. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Ayton's so big inside, he turns a miss into an opportunity.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Poked away. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. No good from Beasley.
And that's one way to end up in the highlights.
Yeah, well, the bloopers, right, GA?
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. Suns on defense. Takes a 3.
Good show of strength and confidence from Devin Booker that time. I like to see him active on the defensive end.
Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. And that one's good. Russell. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it's pretty healthy.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here is Russell. He's coming off a 28-point game against Houston.
It felt like in that game, too, he was a man on a mission defensively. Finishing up with 4 steals is an impressive feat. And you can tell he takes pride in that part of the game.
Now, here's Ayton. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns, a nice shot by Booker.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Okogie, the pass to Beasley. Now, Hernan Gomez. And he could not get that one to go. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here is Rubio after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Booker looking around. Over Beasley. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Booker doing a great job of taking advantage right now of the defense.
And here's Russell. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. Beasley kicks to Russell. Launches it. He can't get that one, so Phoenix will take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it's just going to be so tough to keep up.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Reed gets the bucket. Phoenix leading by 4. It's tipped. Here's Jerome. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. Here's Sharch. Jerome. And it's in. Oh, wow. He nails the buzzer beater.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. And so it's the Phoenix Suns. With it. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry.
I want to be the best player who ever played. And
on his coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. Guys, what's your take so far on the Suns?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. They've got Layman. He's out there with James Johnson, and it's Reed in at the 5 spot. Pass to Culver. Here's Reed. Timberwolves passing it around. 5 on the clock. Over Kaminsky. And that one is good. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's reliable, capitalizing on the inside. You have to keep Johnson from getting in that close.
Jerome passes to Kaminsky. Over Johnson. The shot that time, not on target. And Minnesota will come the other way. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
Well, they had the home fans worried for a little bit. I know that.
And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs.
And guys, one thing about road trips like this one, they'll be seeing this as a chance for the team to come together. It might be a bit of a silver lining for a trip that doesn't always provide a lot of success.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from James Johnson. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And it's tied up with that one. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets in a foul trouble. See the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
Here's Lehman. The Suns getting the bucket. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Johnson. He's averaging 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
And it's Carter missing. Timberwolves trail. Bridges with the steal. Kaminsky with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Jared Culver.
And the toughness Saric provides is an important component. A physical, strong forward who does whatever is asked of him.
Interesting that Phoenix has gone through all these different iterations since the loss of Hall of Famer Steve Nash, but this young core potentially coming together where they've bookended their front court and their back court with Ayton and Booker.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Outside, Russell. Johnson outside. Now the pass to Towns. The shot off that time. Some solid defense from Ayton. Well, Brent, looking at the Suns' future, Ayton's development could really determine how far they rise.
I think it's not all on his shoulders, but certainly as a big guy out there, to have a presence on a nightly basis and some consistency is the challenge for DeAndre Ayton. He has all the physical tools and by all accounts has the work ethic to go along with it.
Kicks it out to Beasley. They need this. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And on our sideline, our reporter David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. And he's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, "It's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling." And Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Phoenix.
Booker with it. He's up against Beasley.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Phoenix leading by 8. Johnson dishes to Rubio. And stolen by Russell.
Pick up the pace. Get the 2-for-1 here.
Be smart, but execute at the same time. Let's see what they do. This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Booker against Beasley. And Booker kicks to Rubio. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Lays it up off the glass.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Russell passes to Johnson. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup. Johnson's got 13.
Just a nice job of sniffing one out right there. We'd love to see Johnson try to get a few more of those freebies.
And
Thanks, Kevin.
thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith. Out in front at the half is Phoenix. They have the 6-point lead. Kenny, and
Worms, I just opened up a can of those. My mother had a flower shop, but I was Sandra's Rose. 2 girls.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from James Johnson.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the center. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Here's Okogie. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up. So maybe just a step too far. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Towns with it. Fighting around 26.5 points a game, really has an off night. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. It's going to be Towns shooting. It goes on Devin Booker.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all. Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Pass to Okogie. Puts up a three. The rebound by Johnson. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable three-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Jerome. And he banks in the layup. Jerome's got the lead up to 10 now for Phoenix.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Lock at 6. Now, here's Culver. D right on him. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. With this break in the action, here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the top passing teams in the league. The Suns, number 1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
Here's Jerome. Brent, so many state-of-the-art arenas being built. Which feature do you think is most important?
Oh, the hot dog machine. What are we doing, right?
Popcorn.
And the popcorn. What else,
and
Kevin?
then the popcorn.
Yeah,
right there.
nachos.
I love nachos.
Okay.
You love nachos.
What else? I mean, what else could we go with there?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah,
That's
right?
a big one.
Because when you're done with all that other stuff, you got to somehow kind of coat your stomach.
Yep.
You
Was
don't
this
feel bad.
basketball related, or did we go somewhere else?
All of the whole conversation.
I think we covered them.
And you have to get Saric out of the paint. Once he's inside, he's ready to take it home.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Knocked loose. Russell passes to Reed. Trying to get something going. Can't hit from in close.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
From the stripe. The rebound by Johnson.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That'll be his second foul of the game. Russell looking around.
And a struggle here to find a rhythm in the second half. The field goal percentage starting to tail off in a big way.
Suns leading by 13. Now here is Carter. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Fires for three. Connects from three-point range.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Culver kicks to Russell. 55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. The layup off target. Charge has the open look. Here's Kaminsky. With the tip, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Baines has got 5 points so far.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Here is Carter, following the score by James Johnson. Out to Saric. Fires, high post. A rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for them.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Saric finds Kaminsky. Beat the clock. Count it. He caught it.
That's how you do it. Stay patient. Wait for the opportunity.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Beasley is out there with Russell. Then it's James Johnson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Okogie in at the small forward.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Here's Russell with the 3. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Phoenix leading by 19. Here's Jerome, and the layup is good.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Passes it to Okogie. And how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle, you're going to react to it like, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I tried to avoid that, Kevin.
Did you?
Oh yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
Here's Saric. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
For 3, Beasley from beyond the arc and then some.
You have to get out on him. He'll burn you from there repeatedly.
To the inside. Here's Kaminsky. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Russell passes to Okogie. Hernan Gomez down low. Kaminsky's there. Right block shot. It's good. Hernan Gomez has got his first basket of the night.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Pass to Kaminsky. He kicks to Carter. And the pass to Saric. When people talk about a player's mileage limit, Do you think total games is the most accurate assessment?
I don't think so, Kevin.
What is it?
It's the amount of minutes that players play.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of studies out there that teams are digging around on when players reach. And trust me, they got to be lucky, but you're talking 35,000, 40,000 minutes in the league. The body is just not capable at that point of replicating the things that it's done year in and year out. So forget about the games. Go to total minutes played. That's where you'll find the biggest fall off for some of your favorite players that have amused and entertained you for years.
Interesting. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Down low.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Phoenix.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for DeAndre Ayton.
I liked his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
Here's Towns. Goes back up. Pass to Vanderbilt. Ayton against Evans. 5 to shoot. And that one drops. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Okobo, covered by Evans. Okobo, the pass to Payne. Pass to Okobo. Back to Payne. A 3-ball. Phoenix, no good that time either. Now the Timberwolves with it. A big stretch here going 10-2. And there it is for them.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Okobo looking over the floor. The 3 from Johnson. No good. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused.
2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your My Career by jumping in and trying out the My Player Builder. To start off, you have the option to download the My NBA 2K21 mobile app to scan your face into the...
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Now it's ended down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines.
Well, if you ask...
Terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Holiday in at the 2. And for Minnesota, Beasley is out there with Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4 slot. A lot of opinions, Doris, on who may be named the coach of the year. When you look at the criteria for you when you're voting, what do you look at?
Well, obviously, you think about who has the best record. That's the first thing you look at. And what has contributed to that best record. But it isn't only about that, right? You have to consider, number one, what's the roster challenges that head coach may have had to overcome? Did he have to deal with any mid-season trades? There are so many things that go into making up a great year as a basketball coach in the NBA. So many things.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Following the basket by T.J. Warren. He gets that one.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Now here is Holiday. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Right side Warren. Holiday looking over the floor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires it up. Minnesota with the rebound. There's Okogie. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And that one drops for him.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That is his first foul of the game. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Wasted no time on that one.
You can see Turner evolving as a passer. He wants to set his teammates up. That's a pretty look.
Beasley outside. Here's Hernan Gomez. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the game. Free throw good, Hernan Gomez.
You know, one dilemma that jumps out at me with the Timberwolves, over the years, they have been an excellent offensive rebounding team. It's the other end, the defensive backboards, where they have had some problems.
Now here's Turner. His last outing, 16 points for him. Shoots over Towns. Tries again. The shot by Turner, no good.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Russell with a wide open look. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And Doris, you're right. Over the last 5 seasons, the Timberwolves have been the absolute worst defensive rebounding team in the NBA.
And it's hard to understand, Kevin, because they have created second chance opportunities for themselves only to give it back on the other end. That's the kind of thing that can be demoralizing for your defense. You get a stop, but you don't finish the possession with a rebound. That can wear you out physically and mentally.
Here's Beasley. Keeps it alive, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. I think Gomez has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
No good from Beasley. Pacers trail by 7. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And the wide open shot from Warren. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Russell with the bucket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Here's Oladipo. He feeds it to Turner. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
And here are the numbers for Turner. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. First in blocks, And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
He has been a human highlight reel all season long. Clearly the best shot blocker in the game right now, and he has the numbers to back it up. Oladipo goes in, and they get it back. Shot clock at 3. Drains the three-pointer.
Well, during his career, Oladipo has been a legit threat from deep. You have got to close and challenge that jumper.
Ogden against Russell. To the middle. Got a piece of it. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Oladipo outside. Here's the 3. But they get it back. Again, Oladipo missing. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Timberwolves. 6-point lead. Back to Towns. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, a 7-footer who's got guard-like skills, who can shoot the lights out. Karl Anthony Towns is a problem, guys.
He hits the second from the line. Pacers trail by 7. The pass to Sampson. Launches a 3. Now here's McConnell, defended by Towns. That's tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. McConnell passes to Sampson. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Here's Lehman. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we'll be right back after this. One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl Anthony Towns.
You know, everyone has to get some of the sugar, you know.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Indiana, we've got T.J. McConnell, and it's McDermott in the power forward.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
Now, here's Culver. They had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Rockets in Houston. Here's Reed. Goes back up. Puts up a 3. Drills it from outside.
Well, great decision to kick it out. Trust that your teammate will knock down the shot.
Pacers trail by 11. And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff.
Here's Johnson following the basket by Doug McDermott. McDermott with the steal. Now the Pacers moving it up. Lobs it up for Holiday. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. On up the court. And Culver gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night. Now here is Holiday. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's McDermott. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Now the Pacers moving it up. And finished off by McDermott.
Well, we know that Doug McDermott will run the floor hard in transition, trying to get himself into position to finish.
Pass to Johnson. Over Holiday. A shot by Johnson, no good. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Rockets in Houston.
And something that's troubled Indiana the last 3 years, rebounding.
I think, Greg, it's probably manifested at both ends of the floor, right? Some of it's about roster construction, some of it's about style of play, some of it's about philosophy. But their inability to control the glass has at times had an impact on them.
That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alden.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do with fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Culver. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet. Johnson's got 4 assists in the game.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Now here is Holiday. 8 points his last outing. Here's Bitadze. The shot misses. And Minnesota now the other way. The Pacers beat them last time when these two teams met in Indiana.
Yeah, so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
You know what, Greg? Sometimes you play a great game and lose. What you hope happens, though, is it toughens them up a bit mentally, and they figure out how to close it out next time.
Indiana shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
A whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for McDermott. T.J. Warren comes in for Jakar Sampson. Edmund Sumner's checked in for Justin Holiday. And Brogdon subbed in for T.J. McConnell.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Right side, Russell. Towns lays it up and banks it in. Towns has got 5 points so far.
Well, you want to see this from Karl Anthony Towns. He's got the size, the length, and the touch to take and make high percentage shots.
And so it's Minnesota bringing the quarter to a close with a set.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Karl Anthony Towns.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Doris, you've said this often, it is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible to check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
We've got Malik Beasley. He's out there with Russell, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Russell with the 3. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Brogdon. Holiday, the pass to Oladipo. A baseline J. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one. Outside Towns, over Turner. Towns, no luck.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Hernan Gomez against Warren, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. You look at Indiana. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far.
I think for the Pacers, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as this season winds down.
90 seconds now into the second half. It's Brogdon on the wing. Boom, he jams it straight down.
You can get a real sense that Victor Oladipo loves sharing the wealth. What a nice look. Miles Turner, the 11th pick in 2015. I think defensively probably the best player out of that class. And if you view it through that prism, you wonder if going back he might have gone top 5.
And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Nothing yet for them in the 3rd quarter. Russell dishes to Beasley. Back to Russell. Shoots over Warren. Russell, no luck. And you know, Doris, there were some medical red flags for Turner that may have caused him to slip a bit in that draft.
Yes, but I think he has alleviated any of those concerns. Credit him and the trainers for developing his core and for this young man paying the price in the weight room. He's gotten stronger and stronger.
Here's Russell. The Pacers making the shot. Count that one. And Gomez has got 10.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Brogdon the pass to Warren. Back to Brogdon. Indiana moving it around. Here's Oladipo. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Oladipo's got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, I thought in the first half this guy was pressing. He was rushing. Now he's settled into the game.
Back to Russell. 14 feet away. Hernan Gomez, no good. And it's Indiana's ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Warren finds Holiday. Six on the shot clock, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
And looking at the Suns matchup, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
So it's the Timberwolves now. The Pacers making the shot. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Turner. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to 1 in the bucket from Towns.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Back to Oladipo. Passes to Turner. Count it. Turner's got the lead up to 3 now for Indiana.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Reed. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the basket is good.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Warren dishes to Holiday. Oladipo outside. The shot. It's rebounded by Towns. Timberwolves have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Here's Russell. Reed. It's good on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Warren, good. Warren's got 8 points.
Well, you like the effort of T.J. Warren, capitalizing when he's shooting in the painted area.
Culver kicks to Russell. Gets it off. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Oh, and that's a monster shot to close out the third.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Minnesota on top. They lead by a bucket. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And a look at the five for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. They've got McDermott, and it's Sumner in at the 2. And there's the pass to Spellman. He kicks to Evans. Pass to Lehman. Here's Johnson. Pacers with the rebound. Bitadze's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Sumner passes to Holiday. Bitadze can't hit.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Sumner kicks to McConnell. McDermott passes to McConnell. McDermott with it. Johnson on him. Back to McConnell. To the paint. Here's McDermott. Johnson with the block. Lehman pass to Culver. Here's Spellman. Pass to Lehman. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 7-point Timberwolves lead.
Gotta show more muscle to keep him off that low block.
Well, it's a couple of things here, I think, Greg. Certainly the effort, the willingness to fight, and the willingness to push him off of his comfort zone.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Towns, he's checked in for Amari Spellman. Hernan Gomez comes in for Jake Lehman. Beasley's checked in for Jacob Evans. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Culver. Here's Russell. Good D by Brogdon.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
The first one falls. He's off on the second. Timberwolves leading by 6. Russell looking around. Outside, Towns. Out to the right wing. Hernan Gomez kicks to Towns. Fires the 3. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Oladipo, he's checked in for the Pacers. Aaron Holiday comes in for Edmund Sumner. Here's Oladipo. Minnesota with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. Lays it up off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Big time play right there, showing the activity and ability to impact this game.
Brogdon inside the line. And the Pacers can't get it to go. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. For 3, Beasley. Minnesota gets it back at a new shot clock of 14 seconds. Johnson can't hit. Pacers trail by 8. Oladipo outside. From deep three-point range, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Oladipo's got 9 points now in just the second half. Beasley outside. Russell high post. The tray drills the three-pointer.
D'Angelo Russell is not afraid to make some big-time momentum-swinging shots. Nice to see him answer back right there.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Okogie's checked in for Juan Hernan Gomez. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Okogie, guarded by Oladipo. Elbow shot. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
And this is what leaders do. Victor Oladipo says it's my time.
The Timberwolves have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th. 4 of 9. Beasley against Holiday. Passes it to Okogie. From about 16. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip. Oladipo, big time moment. That's my moment.
Beasley against Howard. No good from Beasley. And taken away by Johnson. From downtown. And Beasley gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Beasley outside. And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. It was up for grabs right until the final second.
Yep.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play one.
The tallest building in the state of we are. Well, you better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. And for the Pacers, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Victor Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Holiday in at the 2. Now here's Rubio. Great positioning on the putback.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's specialties.
Here's Oladipo. The double clutch. Here's Warren. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And Ayton stays with it. Ayton's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
The shot by Holiday, no good. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Ranked for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought. There is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
There's Brogdon. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Brogdon kicks to Oladipo. Outside Holiday. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And this late in the season, Clark, for non-playoff contending teams, really there's nothing to lose. The pressure is gone. You can let it rip, can't you?
Yeah, there's a freedom that you can play with when you don't have the pressure or the expectation of being a playoff team. And sometimes that allows you to play your best basketball because there is nothing to lose.
Now, here's Rubio. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Booker looking around. 6 to shoot. The rebound by Turner.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
A wide open look here for Oladipo. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
Guys, he's become a legitimate shooter from distance. Victor Oladipo is now somebody the defense has to respect from beyond the arc.
Now here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against Portland.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates, and they just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
Here's Holiday. Brogdon the pass to Holiday. Now here's Oladipo. Left side, Warren. Outside to Brogdon. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's Turner. Phoenix grabs the miss. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Now Rubio. After T.J. Warren's three-pointer that didn't go. Booker against Holiday. Elbow shot is on the way. A nice shot by Booker.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Rubio outside. Three-pointer. Drills it from outside.
Not exactly textbook mechanics, but I think you got to admire Rubio's resolve. Knows he has to at least be a threat to shoot it out there.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Ricky Rubio. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. First in assists, third in steals, and how about his top 10 ranking and free throw percentage? A knockdown shooter, ultra reliable from the line.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. Now, here's Rubio. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. Stolen by Warren. Passes it to Oladipo. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Aiden can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella. Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
And here is Warren after Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep. Shot clock at 6. Here's Oladipo from the high post. He drills it. Oladipo's got 5 now.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Suns.
Stolen by Warren. And so it's the Phoenix Suns heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
We got T.J. McConnell, and it's Bitadze in at the 5 spot. That's the Pacers' 5. Here's Sharch. Gets a hand on it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Baines has got the lead up to 9 now for the Suns. And here's Indiana. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Here's Sampson. That 3 off the mark. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Suns. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Sharch outside. Pass to Carter. There's the 3. But they recover it. Sharch dishes to Carter. Back to Sharch. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Indiana Pacers. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Wednesday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
And guys, this is the kind of stretch of the schedule that you dream of. Winnable games at home against opponents you know you have a talented advantage over. It would take a lot for this team to not be successful over this stretch.
Here's McConnell. A 3-pointer off the mark.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department. And though they've made the playoffs 4 straight years, Indiana can't seem to get past the first round.
And it's not for a lack of effort, guys. The effort is there. The chemistry and continuity is there. They suffered a big, untimely injury, though, one to Victor Oladipo, and it's been hard for them to attract top free agents as well.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Jerome misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's Holiday, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Saric. Mark, among the bigs, which one do you think runs the floor the best?
Boy, I tell you, Anthony Davis is gazelle-like, and this guy is north of 7 feet tall and is just agile and quick in getting up and down. I think I'd put him at the top of the list. Clint Capella is in that category, and Giannis Antetokounmpo as well, but a lot of times he has the ball and is taking it rack to rack.
He does. Brings it up like a guard, and no one can stop him.
Nobody can stop that guy. It's coming downhill at you.
Now here's Kaminsky. He's guarded closely. There's 1:47 left in the first half of the game. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Suns.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. Phoenix able to drain the three. Baines with the block.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And that's going to be a treble. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Saric.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Here's Jerome, and here's Booker from the arc. That shot off.
You know, he hasn't made any threes this quarter after sinking just the one in the first.
McConnell passes to be touched. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
And the basket by Kaminsky.
Boy, a confident shooter from this area. Kaminsky obviously has put in a lot of work in this aspect of his game.
Here's Sumner. And he's way off from outside. Suns leading by 14. Inside, intercepted. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. There's the lob to the hoop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Jerome. And that would have counted, but his shot was off. And so it's Phoenix with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Out in front of the half is Phoenix. They lead by 14. Kenny? And that.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Ayton is out there with Johnson, and it's Bridges in at the 3 slot. Coming into the NBA, Victor Oladipo, Greg, drew some comparisons to Dwayne Wade, but it was working out with D-Wade that helped take Victor's game to the next level.
Now listen, anytime you're the second overall pick, which he was back in 2013, stardom is expected. It just took a while. Now he's got to apply that same work ethic to overcoming the knee injury. And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Suns lead by 18.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Guys, it is not that complicated. When a shot goes up, hit and go get. That means hit your man and then go get the ball.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And a finalist for Coach of the Year in 2019, Nate McMillan passing 600 wins last season.
Well, you think about that. That's an impressive milestone for an outstanding coach in Nate McMillan. He moved into the top 25 all-time in wins. He's had 2 other stops as a head coach, Portland and Seattle, and I think he's doing some of his best work with the Pacers.
Now here is Holiday. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
Boy, that's outstanding court awareness from Oladipo. Head up and found the open man.
Here's Rubio. 15-point game. Here's Carter. Again, Phoenix.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
And it's a foul. It's called on T.J. Lee. That's his first foul. Some changes for Indiana. Warren's checked in for Leaf. Doug McDermott comes in for Johnson. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Oladipo. Here's Rubio. They get it back. And Ayton stays with it.
And this is why you got to put a body on Ayton. When you don't, he torches you with the putback.
Some nice passing here by Indiana. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You talk about the quiet producers in the league. T.J. Warren is one of the first names that come to mind.
The last few seasons, Warren has come close to chipping in 20 points a game. Doesn't do anything flashy, but he just hits his shots and piles up the points on a nightly basis.
And the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got 7 points.
Love the body control there. Stop, pop. Rubio understands exactly what he needs to do.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now here's Turner after T.J. Warren's miss. Brogdon kicks to Holiday. McDermott passes to Brogdon. Over Carter, and there's Brogdon on the assist by McDermott.
Brogdon extremely confident because he knows he has the green light to fire off the catch.
Left side, Saric. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Warren finds Brogdon. Drains it from 17 feet out. Brogdon's got his second bucket of the game to go.
A shot that Brogdon continues to work on. I like whenever he shoots from the mid-range.
There's a minute left in the third. Pass to Carter. Fires the three. Rebounded by McDermott. Pacers trail by 17. Holiday dishes to McDermott. Bridges with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. And Ayton throws it down. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
He just looks so fluid in the open floor. I love how Ayton runs to the right spot in these situations.
Warren against Saric. Here's Turner. It's hauled in by the Suns. Saric has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Ayton in the corner. Rubio outside. Outside, Carter drains the three-pointer. Carter's got 5 points in the quarter. Brogdon kicks to Warren. But they'll get another chance. And that one's good, Brogdon.
Hey, the stroke is not picture perfect. He's unconventional in his shooting motion. Nonetheless, Brogdon capable of connecting from just about anywhere.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. This has been a one-sided matchup, and I don't see any signs of it lessening. Back to the action after this word. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Oladipo is out there with Warren. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Bitadze in at the 5. That's the Pacers' 5. It's hauled in by the Suns. Jarge has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Baines finds Payne, cans the 12-footer. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately, came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
4 on the clock. Goes up at the stripe. Baines tips it back in.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have. You know, what a great job Nate McMillan has done since taking over as head coach, leading Indiana to 3 straight postseasons, and the style of play with which the team has played with, a credit to him and his staff.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Leaf checked in for T.J. Warren. J.K. Sampson comes in for Victor Oladipo. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Brogdon. Payne. Second shot opportunity. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
At 7 feet tall with rain, Frank the Tank is a great fit for the way the game is played today.
And a big part of McMillan's success, getting his guys, Clark, to play hard for him every night.
Yeah, and I think you're right, because this team gets the most out of itself. It's one thing to assemble talent. It's another to bring people together so they're playing for each other. And these guys do that night in and night out.
Johnson down low. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. The 3. Phoenix no good that time either. For Indiana, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. Leave kicks to Sumner. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Suns. They've only given up 1 point in the 4th quarter. Okobo, that one drops for him. Okobo's got his first 2 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Johnson from outside. Offensive rebound.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great positioning.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Bitadze. Another shot. Now the pass to McConnell.
2 minutes, 2 and 1.
From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. McConnell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Jerome. He's covered by McConnell. 1:43 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Jerome. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Sumner. And the Pacers another 3.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Suns.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
Most definitely. I mean, going down 2-0 would have made their third and final meeting of the season really difficult to win, but now they'll go into it with confidence and really liking their chances.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for DeAndre Ayton.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Stripped it away. And here comes Leaf leading the fast break. Sumner's shot is off.
Well, it does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Akobo, the pass to Johnson. Here's Akobo. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep three-point range, Johnson laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
No good. So it's the Suns winning easily here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was.
can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all.
Here's a shot from earlier on as the Suns arrive at. Sure is fun to watch, DA. Thank you. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. Take a look at the Suns. It hasn't been a great season for them. We may see some changes in the offseason. And, of course, Minnesota sitting directly below them, just one spot down.
And seeing where the Suns are, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
And you have to wonder just how different this team will look next season, from players to possibly coaches, maybe every level of the organization.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. And for the Timberwolves, they've got Beasley. He's out there with Russell, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. And tonight, Brent, classic battle of pivot men. Talk about some of your favorite center matchups historically.
Well, we hear a lot and we see a lot in terms of the nostalgia of Wilt Chamberlain going up against Bill Russell. I remember years watching in front of the television Akeem Olajuwon playing against David Robinson in some Western Conference battles. I don't know that we're going to see that much in the next 4 or 5 years, Kevin. We know where the game is going, and those post matchups end up becoming somewhere near the three-point line nowadays.
And it's Rubio with the ball for Phoenix to the paint. And Ayton throws it down.
The big guy going up and trying to rip that rim off.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Rubio against Russell. Shoots over Rubio. That one's not going to go. The Suns go the other way with it. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
What a good time for the three-pointer. The fast break had to be scattered all over the place.
Passes it to Okogie. Bridges with the steal. And here's Booker from the arc. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Johnson's got 7 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
To halt the run. Bank shot. No good.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Hernan Gomez passes to Beasley. The rebound by Johnson.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Rubio dishes to Johnson. Rubio outside. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 13. Another miss by Minnesota. For Phoenix, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. The drive by Booker. Rubio with a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 7.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Now here's Beasley. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Rubio. And he makes good on the layup.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
For 3, Beasley. Timberwolves with a fresh shot clock. To stop the drought. And that one is off. Now the Suns take it the other way. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
And the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
It was definitely that defense that carried them to that huge win that night. You have to figure they'll be primed to wreak even more havoc here in this one.
Here is Rubio after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Booker inside, working on Beasley. Shot clock at 5. The Suns need to get a shot off, and the dunk by Booker.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And the basket by Rubio.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Timberwolves trail by 20. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the middle, and stolen by Ayton. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Johnson, the pass to Bridges. Booker outside. Fires from deep. That shot, no good. And so it's Phoenix closing out the quarter with a... And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Suns enjoying a nice lead here.
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
On the court for the Suns, Frank Kaminsky is out there with Dario Saric. Then there's Carter. Then it's Aaron Baines, and it's Jerome in at point guard. Brent, when it comes to moving around in tight quarters without a lot of space, who's the quickest player that you have seen in a half-court set this year?
It's still remarkable to watch where it is that Kyrie Irving can get to on the floor in any sort of possession. It's like he could take 50 dribbles in a phone booth and find a way out of it, spinning around and finding gaps within the defense.
What a handle.
But it's not his handle with just the one hand, right, Kevin? It's about he has an idea of after he does the moves around the traffic, when he gets into the basket, multiple ways of finishing, much like Rod Strickland, who was a tremendous finisher in his days years and years ago. Kyrie's got a lot of that in his game.
The Suns have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Timberwolves trail by 20. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Devin Booker, where would the Suns offense be without him?
Probably bottom of the league if no Devin Booker slides on that Suns jersey. One of the purest shooters in the league and one of the most phenomenal young scorers that's come along maybe since Kevin Durant.
Now here is Carter. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Fires from the line. Minnesota with the rebound. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
Well, they had the home fans worried for a little bit. I know that. Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see them get up like that.
Pass to Kaminsky from the arc. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got 3 assists now in this one.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Culver. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing, and he recovers it. Pass to Layman. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From downtown, drains it from beyond the arc. Layman's got his first 3 points of the game.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Here's Jerome. Here's Baines. And the pass to Carter. Here's Jerome. Offline with his 3. Timberwolves trail by 21. There's the dish to Culver. Here's Layman. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. It's good.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
Here's Carter. Second chance shot. Kaminsky dishes to Baines. Over Reed. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 19-point game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
There's the call on James Johnson. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Suns making a change here. 1:52 left in the second quarter. Passes to Baines. Shoots over Towns. Phoenix no good that time either. For Minnesota, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Johnson goes in, and then Johnson with the jam.
Crafty getting into the lane. Johnson at his size weaves in and gets the contact and initiates it on the drive.
Now here's Kaminsky. He's got 5. Here's Booker. From 13 feet, it goes down. Booker's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Carter outside. There's 53 seconds left in the first half. Suns keep it alive. Booker outside. A second chance effort. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Culver, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Jake Layman. And it's Beasley in for Josh Okogie.
You know, for all the talk about Rubio's passing, I think one thing that gets overlooked is his defense. Both his on the ball and defensive rebounding are very strong for the point guard position.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Russell's checked in. Now here's Beasley. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Hernangomez. Makes it off the glass.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And here's Booker from the arc. What a play! Simply drains it in it. And so it's Phoenix with a 19-point advantage heading into the next.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. What a start for Ricky Rubio. He had 13 points and 3 assists. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about this? And
after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Ricky Rubio has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell out there with Malik Beasley, and it's Hernangomez in at the power forward.
Now Booker is a special offensive player, can score, and starting to show his playmaking. Every shot in his arsenal, Devin Booker, is pretty impressive. He can shoot it from deep. He moves well without the basketball. He can create with others. He is a young offensive force and is an interesting player to watch in terms of what develops next.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Rubio against Russell. Rubio, the pass to Ayton. Back to Rubio. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect. And Brent, with Booker, the ball handling and creativity he has puts him among the elite guards in the league.
You wonder if Phoenix can find a way to get some more talent around Devin Booker. What happens when all of the attention is not on him? He's already proven he's a great scorer. Where else can he go?
Saric has the open look, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Booker against Russell. And Booker kicks to Ayton. Johnson outside. Clock at 4. From 15 feet away. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. It's Beasley on the wing. Defended by Booker. Back to Beasley. Outside, Russell. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Russell's got 5 now.
Oh, my man way beyond the arc. D'Angelo snatched.
Rubio finds Saric. Shoots over Towns. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Brent, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible and
knowledgeable.
Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
It's great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green and gold.
And they'll support them.
Oh, there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return.
A nice shot by Booker.
Booker knows he's got the ultimate green light, and right now, exploring the three-point line.
And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Johnson outside.
Minnesota foul call.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Johnson, he's checked in for Towns. Jake Layman comes in for Hernan Gomez. And Culver's subbed in for Russell. And the Suns here with a different look. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Saric. Bridges, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Carter in for Booker. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Suns. To the inside. Kaminsky, the pass to Carter. Kaminsky kicks to Bridges. And he's good on the 3-ball. Bridges has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Reed. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Layman. Johnson outside. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. From 11 feet away, Bridges with the board. Bridges has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Timberwolves foul call.
The Suns shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And that one falls for Bridges. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Now, here's Culver. Defense is right there. Count it. Good.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter.
Look, Kevin, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Pass to Layman. The 3. That one doesn't go. And so it's Phoenix ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. Their defense. And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And it's the Suns with the ball. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. On the court for the Suns, Check Diallo is out there with Kaminsky. Then it's Payne, and it's Okobo in at the 2 spot. Gets an open look and hits. Okobo's got his first points of the night. Timberwolves on offense. Brent, a lot of teams will be paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap, overspending, and outspending smaller markets?
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said it's tough for some teams to swallow, there are other teams that never see that pill.
Right.
And they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you have for me, was it a deterrent right now? I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin. That's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
Here's Culver, and they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Shooting off the catch is about confidence. There, Culver demonstrating how it's done.
The pass to Vanderbilt. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Here's Okobo. Off target from outside. It's stolen by Kaminsky. Shoots from the elbow. Evans with the rebound.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot
which is everything shooting, free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit, like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
Spellman, the basket good off the assist from Evans.
Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Here's Payne. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Payne's got his first bucket in this one. Here's Spellman. No good with the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Payne's shot is good.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Here's Vanderbilt. He's guarded by Diallo. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Evans passes to Spellman. Kicks it out to Evans. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Okobo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Brent, something other major sports do, receding during the playoffs. The highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
Kept alive. Here's Spellman. What a jam!
Wow, fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Phoenix.
getting as one-sided as it gets today. You know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27. And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Devin Booker.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
That's his third personal foul. At the line for the Suns, Cameron Payne. Taking 2 shots.
That's good from Payne. And he makes both free throws. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Vanderbilt's shot is good. There's 49 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Payne passes to Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And he makes that one.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Okobo, and a miss there on the triple. Lets the 3 fly. Layman gets the bucket. 8 seconds left to play here in the fourth. It's deflected. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And
put a charge in my alley. Charge for the game like it's credit. Your team crowd need an edit. Yeah, I see face and credit. Hold up, ooh, that's dead. Need a minute, need a play to revive. Let's get a shot pressing. They say what I say. They got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back.
Over the land of the...
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's DA it.
When the
a lot of optimism. Thanks, DA. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. You look at the Timberwolves. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away.
And I think for Minnesota, they've been stuck in a rut the entire season. We talk about teams that maximizing their potential. Well, the opposite's been the case with this group.
I think, Greg, for them, it's obviously been very disappointing. And I get the sense it's starting to weigh on them night in and night out.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Beasley is out there with Russell. And it's Okogie in at the small forward position. And for Indiana, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Victor Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the 2.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And truly some significant roster changes for the Pacers this past summer.
Jeremy Lamb, Malcolm Brogdon, T.J. Warren. They've gotten younger and gotten better as well, if you ask me. Excellent work by the Pacers front office.
Here's Russell after the made shot from Victor Oladipo. Towns against Turner. Beasley for 3. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
You give the defense a lot of different looks. In the mid-range, Victor Oladipo very comfortable.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pacers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Brogdon kicks to Oladipo. Fires for 3. And the shot by Warren, no good for Minnesota. They've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Oladipo against Beasley. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Turner. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Just 1 made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Oladipo misses.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Here's Beasley, and it's sent back by Turner.
Oh, Kevin, how about the reach of Miles Turner? He covers so much ground to come up with these drops.
Doesn't go for him. Looking at the last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Rockets. And here's Hernan Gomez outside. Cans it from downtown.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Warren against Hernan Gomez. Warren kicks to Holiday. Oladipo outside. They get the rebound. Turner. Pass to Oladipo. Indiana moving the ball around. And here's Brogdon from the arc. And it's Russell with the rebound. The Timberwolves trail.
And a player who flew under the radar last year, Malcolm Brogdon. Pacers wanted to add him over the summer. Got a hefty deal from Indiana to leave the Bucks. Exactly the kind of player that the Pacers need.
Now here is Holiday. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns. Back to Brogdon. Outside Holiday. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Turner passes to Holiday. Now, here's Brogdon. Left side, Warren. Just 5 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Beasley finds Russell. It's Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to stop Karl Anthony Towns when he's looking to score. He's got every trick at his arsenal.
The pass to Oladipo. Oh, good on the three. Minnesota in the lead. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. The rebound by Holiday.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made one basket in this period.
Here's a Kogi, guarded by Oladipo. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court, and it goes down 2 points.
You can get a real sense that Victor Oladipo loves sharing the wealth. What a nice look.
And the three ball is good.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Timberwolves. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Timberwolves, what do you guys think?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Layman is out there with James Johnson. Then it's Culver, and it's Reed in at the 5, roaming the paint. And so it's Indiana with it, following the 3 by Minnesota. At the elbow, McDermott. Holiday with the 3. Good on the triple.
Well, Doug McDermott, a high IQ basketball player, understands when his teammates are open how to find them.
Noel. Rebounded by McDermott. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far.
And for a franchise searching for stability, it doesn't help that the Wolves have had a number of head coaching changes.
Well, obviously, the Wolves aren't alone in that problem, Greg. I think it can be difficult to identify just the right kind of leadership. And when you do get someone like Greg Popovich or Eric Spoelstra or Rick Carlisle, you try to hold on for dear life.
And it's Johnson with the jam.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Now here's McConnell. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Clock at 6. Sampson kicks to Holiday. Indiana again missing. Minnesota's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Here's Reed. Johnson left side. It's over McDermott. Johnson can't get it to go. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Edmund Sumner's checked in for the Pacers. Stolen away. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's McDermott. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. 2018 rookie class has been something to watch, Doris. Talent at the top, but also some terrific mid-round picks.
No question. Landry Shamet is a guy who I think can be a clutch, big-time scorer who does not seem bowed by any moment, doesn't seem to be affected by pressure. Mitchell Robinson had one of the great shot-blocking seasons in New York Knicks history. I know the team didn't have success, but as a second-round guy, Mitchell Robinson could have an awfully long career.
Noel. No good from outside. Indiana leading. Down low. Bitadze can't hit.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Johnson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Houston.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Here's Sumner. Off target with his 3. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And it's Layman in the corner. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play.
With the Indiana Pacers, you know you're a small market team, and it's led to a little bit of a shuffle personnel-wise. What's incredible, they continue to put a competitive product on the floor year in and year out.
And so he hits both. Doris, you're right. The Pacers have made the playoffs 8 of the last 9 seasons. Remarkable consistency.
I don't think there's any doubt about that, Kev. It starts at the top and sort of trickles down from ownership to the front office down to the head coach. This is a solid operation through and through.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's Reed. Minnesota shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he makes the first. There's no doubt that Karl Anthony Towns is the star of his team right now and in the future.
I think, Kevin, for all the drama and all the turnover we have seen, the one constant has been Karl Anthony Towns' productivity. The question now for the team is, how do they build a title contender around him?
Oladipo, he's checked in for Doug McDermott.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Towns in the corner. To the paint. Shots good by Hernan Gomez. Hernan Gomez has got the lead up to 5 now for the Timberwolves. To the inside. Turner. Crowd didn't pitch to Oladipo. Fires the 3. But they get it back. Passes it to Brogdon. They shoot again. Shot clock at 6.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Here's Russell, and he lays it straight in. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
It's rebounded by Towns. For the 3. A shot, no good. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Best. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. At the end of the period, they held it. And
we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Towns, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, it's been a grinding performance from him up to this point. His work on the boards in that first half was terrific.
Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Victor Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the 2 guard. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Beasley outside. Pass to Okogie. Now Towns. Guarded by Holiday. And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, the defense has got to do more than that. Karl Anthony Towns embarrassing them.
Holiday dishes to Warren. From deep three-point range, no good. And Minnesota now the other way. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. The 7-game road trip continues for them. That'll be game number 3. Now here's Beasley. No points in the game yet for him. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Beasley.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And Indiana making a change here. Sampson's checked in. Minnesota also making some changes. Johnson, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. And Jake Lehman subbed in for Josh Okogie. Here's Towns. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And Holiday kicks to Brogdon. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, an 0 for 3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
Here's Towns. They grab their own miss, and it's Russell with that extra effort. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
You know, to me, it's huge when D'Angelo gets to the glass. This guy has the ability to use his athleticism to his advantage.
Warren, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Boy, when you think about the skill that Karl Anthony Towns has, and you realize he's just getting started in the league, his future is truly off the charts. By the midpoint of his career, we could be talking about him as one of the most skilled big men to ever play the game.
Sampson, the pass to Holiday. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Launches a three. No good on the shot. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Had the space there, but it's offline. And with the offensive tool set of Karl Anthony Towns, Doris, he could see MVP consideration in the future.
Well, what we know about Karl Anthony Towns certainly is that each and every night he has a major impact for his team. And consider, he's still growing as a player and ironing out some areas. But this guy is going to be a star for a long time, no doubt.
Culver's checked in for Malik Beasley. Of course, you and I were just talking about this as more and more players are going public with their trade requests. Do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Pass to Sampson. Plenty of space. And again, it's Indiana converting. We've got 1:23 left in the third. Now, here's Culver, guarded by Holiday. Shoots from the block. A nice shot by Culver. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
Bitadze, the pass to McDermott. An easy 2 points on the layup. McDermott's got his second basket of the game.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Culver, and it's denied. Now here's McDermott. He's covered closely. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Indiana making some changes. Oladipo comes in for Jakar Sampson. And Edmund Sumner's subbed in for Justin Holiday. That's good for McConnell.
Well, this is the first full year now for Ryan Saunders. Let's remember he was hired by Minnesota full-time after an interim stint last season. And boy, did the players love playing for him.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
And, Greg, they found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Here's Reed. Here's Johnson. Another shot. Goes up again. And here's Hernan Gomez outside. That shot misses. Nice D from Oladipo. From deep. Missed. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Timberwolves ahead, up by 1. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Greg, he's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Towns is out there with James Johnson. Then it's Russell. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3 spot.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And Oladipo kicks to Warren. Sumner passes to Oladipo. That one off the back iron and out.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
The pass to Russell. Feeds it to Towns. Towns is doubled. Johnson, the pass to Towns. 9 feet out. Johnson gets the bucket. Johnson's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Minnesota.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Back to Oladipo. Knocks it loose. Fast break, Minnesota. Russell's running. Yep, that one goes in there. Now it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, in the open floor, D'Angelo Russell understands he can be special.
Sumner, and the rejection by Towns. A 3 from Warren knocks down the 3 ball. Warren's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Holiday brings the double team. Timberwolves passing it around. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, D'Angelo Russell, one of the best mid-range scorers you'll see. He's got the floater game, the pull-up game, and with his arsenal, he can get a shot at any time.
Brogdon, he's checked in for the Pacers. Minnesota also with the sub. Beasley's checked in. Outside Holiday. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Inside, stolen by Warren. Oladipo with the ball. Was picked up by Russell.
What big-time athleticism from Victor Oladipo, up and off the ground in a hurry.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 11 points to the middle. And Towns, the bucket on the assist by Russell. And the Timberwolves lead by 4. And you know, Doris, another thing about D'Angelo Russell. He's not afraid of the big moment.
Kevin, he has proven that he is willing to take and make big shots. He doesn't necessarily beat you with tremendous athleticism, but it's his basketball skill that sets him apart.
Beasley outside. Over Holiday. Goes back up. Here's Towns. And no good. Good work defensively by Turner. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That is his first foul of the game. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Victor Oladipo. For 3, Brogdon. And it's Russell with the rebound. Russell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Beasley with a clean look. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Warren. Banked in off the glass. Warren's got 5 points now in the quarter.
T.J. Warren's in a huge moment with the big bucket.
Beasley, the best to Hernan Gomez. Comes up empty down low.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
But they recover it. Brogdon. Holiday with the 3. Excellent D there from Beasley.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
And the layup falls.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Pulls up on the wing. It's rebounded by Towns. Timberwolves leading by 6. But Trey doesn't get it to drop for him.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the
defense should have done more on that last play.
Beasley with the steal. Here's a Kogi. Good on the bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
And relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And the foul on Miles Turner. That's his first foul. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Now here's Culver. He's covered by McConnell. To the inside. Pass to Layman. Shoots the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now Culver. And so the Timberwolves take the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back.
And now introducing your Phoenix Suns.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Sharch.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Victor Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the 2 guard. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Andre Ayton out there with Johnson. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. Holiday with it. He's guarded by Booker. Phoenix grabs the miss. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Ayton with it. Picked up by Turner. To the paint. Here's Johnson. He can't get it to go. Nice D from Oladipo. Here's Brogdon. Passes it to Turner. Outside Holiday. Again, Holiday missing.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset?
Bridges. That's in. Coming off an assist from Rubio. With the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin,
Yes.
based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. Actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
And I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you. As long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can't, I think that's a good point.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Boy, you got to admire the passing skills of Oladipo. Easily connecting with teammates.
The Pacers shooting their first free throw tonight.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
18 feet out. And the shot by Warren, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Holiday with the block. Booker with no one around. Buries it from 3-point range.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far. And if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's Oladipo. That one good for 2.
Excellent concentration from Oladipo. Even when you get physical with him, he figures out a way to convert.
Inside, and Ayton throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Rubio against Brogdon. Turner passes to Warren. Rebound by Johnson.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Ayton. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
And historically, you almost never saw a great shot blocker who could also knock down triples at a high clip. But count Miles Turner among the unicorns who provide that rare combination.
Johnson. Ayton against Brogdon. And here's Booker from the arc. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Oladipo finds Holiday. Rejected by Booker. An even 3-on-3 break. On the wing, Booker. Stolen by Holiday. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the Suns making a change here. Sharge is checked in. And the Pacers also making a change. McDermott's checked in for Aaron Holiday. Now, here's Oladipo. He had 27 points last game. Rubio against Brogdon. 6 to shoot. Indiana again missing.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Aiden can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
And it's Rubio penetrating down low. Back to Bridges. Rubio outside. Shoots over Brogdon. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Putting that.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We come back right after this. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Pacers. We've got T.J. McConnell, and it's Bitadze in at the center position. Johnson, he's checked in for Phoenix. That shot missing, and Indiana will go the other way with it. Holiday, the pass to McDermott. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday.
I think he's got to keep working on his interior game. Doug McDermott showing he wants to be more than just an outside shooter.
Carter looking around. Got a hand on it. Here's Sampson, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, I'd like to see more passes like that from McDermott, especially when guys are open.
And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Here's Jerome. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Shots good by Baines.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here is Holiday. McConnell passes to Holiday. Back to McConnell. 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Here's Sampson. Misses the 3. Suns leading by 4. Out to Carter. Puts up a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Carter's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And obviously a total team player. Šarić is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
Bitadze, again, Indiana.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And the Suns tack on 2 more. Pacers trail by 7. McDermott passes to Sampson. Over Šarić. Sampson's shot is off. Suns have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Carter on the wing. Suns moving the ball around. Here's Jerome. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And it's Baines missing. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, Here's Bitadze. It's deflected.
Like watching Saric make his presence felt with blocks like these.
And here's Johnson outside. Another three for Phoenix.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Pacers. Trailing by 10. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
That was a difficult one for them to drop. A close game throughout, and an opponent that they're going to beat more often than not.
Well, it was self-inflicted, plain and simple. I mean, they just didn't play up to their ability, and it's cost them.
Edmund Sumner's checked in for Doug McDermott. Now here's Kaminsky. Shot on the wing, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Holiday. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Indiana again missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Now here's Booker. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Kaminsky misses. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Shoots. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Kaminsky's got the lead up to 14 now for Phoenix.
Good body control that time by Frank Kaminsky. Seems to me that he's got really good balance and rhythm when he's catching and shooting.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. There's the pass to Bitadze. Trying to end the drought. That one a little long. Left side, Saric. Bridges, no one around him. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't. And so it's Phoenix, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Things were going Phoenix's way from the beginning. They jumped out to a 6-0 lead as they strung together. Thanks for joining.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. DeAndre Ayton with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. Now Rubio. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Bridges kicks to Rubio. Shoots over Brogdon. And the basket by Rubio. You were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones, the late Terry Furlow, and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
Now, here's Bridges after Malcolm Brogdon's miss. Rubio with it. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And it's Ayton missing.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Indiana again missing.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Johnson dishes to Ayton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Malcolm Brogdon.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
Carter, he's checked in for Ricky Rubio. And the Pacers also making a change. McDermott's checked in for Victor Oladipo.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Booker against Holiday. Carter outside. Here's the three. No good. Shot missing. And Indiana will come the other way. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Kicks it out to Booker. Over Holiday. No good from Booker. Pacers trail by 18. Warren the pass to Turner. Back to Warren. Over Ayton. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Boy, how about the determination of Turner? I mean, he's a wrecking ball on the glass on both ends of the floor. Just doesn't give up on plays.
Now here's Booker. He's got 5. Pass to Ayton. In the corner, it's Bridges. Suns moving the ball around. Turner with the steal. Here's Warren. Lays it in off the breakaway. Warren's got 7 points in the game.
You know, Turner, the league leader in shot blocks a year ago, has great defensive instincts, stealing the ball, too.
Booker against Holiday. Carter on the wing. Charity stripe shot. Here's Ayton. Johnson, a wide open look. Suns keep it alive. Pass to Booker. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. And the Suns miss again.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Up and in on the layup. He has 7.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. And let's listen in on what Nate McMillan had to say to his team.
Defensively, we got to keep these.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Suns leading by 14. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. They've got Victor Oladipo. He's out there with Turner. And it's Holiday in at the 2.
All right, you know, we talk about making plays. Rubio would rather not take the shot from distance, so he does the smart thing. Drives it right in.
Here's Oladipo. Good.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Jerome passes to Kaminsky. Here's Jerome. At the top of the key, Baines. They get it back. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Suns lead by 16.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And here's Rubio. Baines finds Booker. Sinks the three-pointer.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on deep.
From deep three-point range, it's not going to go for him. Now the Suns take it the other way.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Passes it to Sumner. Shoots over Rubio. And once again off the mark by Indiana. And here's Phoenix. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Here's Sharge. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Way to work the glass. Buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Here's Sumner. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Oladipo goes in. Oh, what a dunk!
The bounce, the creativity, the strength. When Oladipo rises up, he's looking to punch it down as hard as he can.
Rubio taking his time here. And Booker kicks to Rubio. Back to Booker. Shoots over Turner. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Booker's got 5 points in the quarter. Here's Sumner. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. Clark, we're seeing a lot of shooters drawing contact. They have that art form down. They know exactly what to do and how to position their bodies, don't they?
Yeah, they really do, Kevin. And I don't know if anybody's any better than James Harden, in part because he's so skilled with the ball, but he's a really thick, strong, agile guard, which makes him hard to defend without fouling him. And he's really developed that ability to seek contact in a legal manner. And I don't think anybody does it any better than him.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Now here's Kaminsky. He's covered by Warren. Payne can't hit. And it's Warren with the ball for Indiana.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Phoenix.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And after dropping game one in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
And partner, it sets up what should be a fantastic finale to the season series. Major bragging rights on the line that night.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for DeAndre Ayton.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
To the inside, Sumner nails the baby hook.
Hook. It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Here's Okobo. The pass to Kaminsky. Now here's Diallo. Now here's Kaminsky over Warren. So it's the Suns winning easily here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen.